Boris Johnson won the elections in the United Kingdom. It was a decisive mandate, and it's being said that the Conservatives haven't secured an outcome like this since the Margaret Thatcher era. But large parts of the United Kingdom saw protests against the new Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Further, Scotland, under the Scottish National Party, has articulated its desire for an independence vote. This leaves the country a divided nation, even after a decisive mandate, and we tell you why.
Refugees are welcome here.
On your screens now are visuals of protesters marching through central London outside Boris Johnson's 10 Downing Street residence to Trafalgar Square. These were anti-Boris Johnson demonstrations. Protesters took to the streets, shouted slogans, and Boris Johnson and the Conservatives had to hear that despite a sizable majority that they've won with these elections. Now, the usual answer we will avoid tonight, that these were just scattered displays of soreness against the popular mandate. And neither were these protests about grieving Jeremy Corbyn's loss. The Labour Party under Corbyn secured a spectacular defeat. It lost long-held bastions in the Midlands and north of England to the Tories, where their very thought was once considered an egregious sin. Well, let's hear it then from one of them.
Because I think the racism, the sexism, the misogyny, the homophobia of Boris Johnson has to go opposed. We can't give this bigot a free run here in this country.
I can't believe we've got another 5 years of austerity and a bigger division between the rich and the poor. I just think it's disgusting. It needs to stop. So I'm here protesting. I've never been to a protest before, so...
Now, Boris Johnson pledged to heal Britain's divisions over Brexit, and make no mistake, these protests at the core are about Brexit. Boris's promise to leave the European Union had ushered seismic shifts in the country. A nation trying to separate itself from the Euro bloc to the pursuit of asserting itself on its own terms, to even redefining the idea of a British identity. Brexit, for better or worse, has been the biggest disruptor in Britain since decades. Johnson's messaging post the election win reflects reconciliation.
I frankly urge everyone on either side of what are, after 3.5 years, after all, an increasingly arid argument, I urge everyone to find closure and to let the healing begin.